whenever I do have a dream, it is the weirdest thing ever. Don't eat me, please, with the 5 gifted. Should I tell you about one of the most disturbing dreams I've ever had? And it haunts me, like, to this day. I still think about it and get scared. It's the worst thing ever. Yo, don't eat me with the 5 gifted and dizzy with the 5 gifted. It's bad, chat. No, it's bad. All right. I don't remember a lot of the details. Okay. But I do. Okay, there was like, okay, for some reason, it was like normal living life, right? Normal life. And all. This was back when I was like maybe 12. And this is how far I remember this. You know, I was 12 7 years ago, right? But like, I remember. So, okay, it was, I remember the dream. I remember the dream like it was yesterday. Again, not all the details because you forget like 90% of dreams you have. But anyway, it was a normal like day. I was like in my parents' house. We was chilling. We had the TV on, right? Give me a free Starforge PC. Chat, we got some Starforge giveaways, huh? Oh, by the way, yeah, if you didn't know, your boy's officially co-owner of Starforge. We're going to do some giveaways, don't worry. We do some big boy PC giveaways. But anyway, normal day. I was in my parents' house. We was chilling, watching TV. And one of them emergency broadcasts came on TV, right? And it was like the news. It was like, warning, a new disease is going around that is 100% deadly. Stay inside, you know, I don't remember the name of the disease. But like, long story short, the disease, if you caught the disease, it would like get to a point to where the center mass of your body would split in half and all of your innards would pour out. And I distinctly remember like everybody in my area was like catching it, and I remember running around like through the streets. I would see people like bent over, their body would split in half, and all of their insides would fall on the ground. Literally, I remember that. To this day. It was vivid, man. It was literally vivid. Like you could make a horror movie off of that dream. It was so bad. I was so scared, running around, everybody, whole like body splitting in half, everything falling out. Dude, it was bad. Another dream that I distinctly remember to this day too, where I got turned into a vampire. Yep. I remember I had a dream where I got turned into a vampire. Okay, so I'll explain a little bit of that one too. So there was this book. I think it was multiple books, or maybe it was, I don't remember, but I read them. It was Circa Du Freak by Darren Shan, right? I don't know if anybody ever watched, or they made a movie about it too, but the books were called Circa Du Freak by Darren Shan, right? And it was some kid, you know, who got turned into a vampire. And in order to get turned into a vampire, the vampire that was going to transform him into a vampire had to kill him, right? So I remember, for some reason, I was asleep one night in my house as a kid, and a vampire showed up to the window. He's like, "Hey, do you want to be a vampire?" I said, "Yeah." He pulled me out of my window, snapped my neck, buried me. And I remember waking up and I had the ability to fly. And me and him flew around the city, like sucking people's blood for like, I don't know how long, and then the dream ended. Yep. I remember it. He came to my window, he pulled me out of my window, he broke my neck, buried me, unburied me, and when I was unburied, I was able to fly. Yo, Piggy with the 5, Brent with the gifted, and Mommy Milker with the 5. What? Sydney with the 3 months. Dude, chat, I've had some bad dreams, bro. Type 1 if you've had some bad dreams. Do some bad ones, man. Some bad ones, dude. I remember as a kid I had these things like called night terrors, dude. The most reoccurring one, it was the worst thing ever, bro. There was a giant empty room with like dull lighting in it. and there was an elevator on one side of the room, and the elevator was always going down, and if it ever hit the ground, I would die. But I always woke up before it hit the ground. It was so weird. It was actually like the weirdest thing ever. But nobody was in the elevator. It was just a blank elevator just going down, and if it ever touched the ground, I'd be dead. It looked like the back rooms, chat, like the originator of the back rooms. Low key. You know what I mean, chat? I mean, dude, I'm telling you, man. I dream I was friends with a serial killer. What? Is there something you need to tell us? Yo, Coop with the 5 gifted and Jalapeno with the 5 gifted. You know what's crazy? There's probably somebody in here who knows like a serial killer or something. There probably is. Seriously. Because, chat, you know there's like a theory, right? There's a theory that you're like, you are 2 people away from knowing anybody on the earth, right? Does that make sense? You are 2 people away from knowing anybody on earth. Right? It's 6? There's no way it's 6, Mom. There's no way. It's either 2 or 3. You know what's crazy? I bet there's a serial killer in here right now. There's probably a serial killer in here right now, dude. How much you want to bet? Huh? Did Sakuna's booty juice just say don't expose me? Yo, Sakuna's booty juice, it ain't you. Oh no, that was Zach. Never mind. You know what? It probably is Sakuna's booty juice. That would explain a lot. Yo, L Davs with the 5. WL Davs. This loser just typed in all caps and he highlighted the message. He said the unskippable ads are crazy. There's no such thing on a... Okay, the message just got even worse. You're a 14-month subscriber, which means you haven't received an ad in 14 months. That makes no sense. And even if you weren't subbed, there is no such thing as a skippable ad on Twitch. Not gonna lie, that would be crazy if it was, though. Chat, would that be fire, low-key? Skippables on Twitch? Dude! This dude thinks he's got the sauce. Bro said go out of the stream, then come back. That don't work, Buster. Hey, that don't work, Buster. I hate to break it to you. It don't work.